On the Polity, you've missed a lot because we just finished our weekend review. Now we've gotten to the segment where we get to invite our guest over on the program. With me on the program today is Abdulaziz. To my right, Abubakar Kaka, that's the chairman, APC Youth Stakeholders Forum. Welcome to the program, Abubakar.
Thank you.
And to my left, we have Mohammed Mijinyawa, forgive my pronunciation, member of the PCC APC program. Welcome once again.
Thank you for hosting us.
Okay, now we'll start with Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State, as dare the Aso Rock cabals. He believes are opposed to the presidential ambition of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, candidate of the All Progressives Congress for the 2023 presidential election. El-Rufai had sparked a controversy on Wednesday when it said some persons in Aso Rock were working against Tinubu. Now, this brings us to my question. Over to you, Abubakar. Now, what is your take on this?
Okay, thanks for having me once again. What's my take? We are certainly behind what El-Rufai said, okay, because from the explanation, he made mention of how impactful this policy is and how it will affect the masses directly, okay, not the targeted politicians or would buy or have video they want to do. He made instance of a particular governor getting about 500 million or so of the new notes, and then we are now in the bank suffering, queuing up to get 5,000 or 10,000 or thereabouts. So the policy is a good one, okay, but the way they want to now rush it, the way they want to choke, let me just use the word, the way they want to choke the masses with the time frame, the short time frame that we have now, it's actually not good. And politically, when you look at it, they're just trying to frustrate people against, they just want people to be frustrated against the PC, and then that's why he said the cabal once it's working, yeah, trying to sabotage Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's chances of becoming the president. Because once you make people get angry, they will have to revolt and vote against APC. But alhamdulillah, Nigerians are wise. Nigerians are the most intelligent sets of people in the whole world. So they know that there's a sabotage that's trying to go on, and they know that whatever it is, we are smart enough to distinguish between a politically motivated action and an action that has to do with the progress of the country.
Okay, I'd like you to hold that thought while I move over to you. And there is currently an ongoing fracas within the APC, and of course the governor of Kaduna State, that's Nasir El-Rufai, has said some persons in Aso Rock are currently against Tinubu because their candidates did not win. Isn't that a confirmation of many insinuations of inability to govern effectively if voted into power? Because I mean, if there's so much going on amongst the party right now, I'm not trying to say every party of course has their own issues. We have the G5 for the PDP, and then now with this going on in APC, how does this affect your principal's candidacy?
Well, if you look at it, the whole issue behind this whole thing is the issue of the narrow design, and it's quite inquisitive looking at the moment, this critical time that we are in a transition. We've already started walking into the transition phase of the administration, and this is the longest serving CBN governor. Has been there for around 10 years, and he didn't decided to bring up this policy until at this moment. And it's simple. What the governors are asking and Nigerians are asking is simple. It is very easy for the old and new notes to coexist. You don't just within a limited time frame say that you have to stop or it has to cease from being illegal tender, and this is what the governors are fighting for. And moreover, it's quite sad and disheartening coming from a person that was appointed by the APC administration, and I think it's healthy in any democratic system having these kinds of conflicts of interest. But moreover, just like Governor El-Rufai said, it is sabotage, and I'm glad that Nigerians are getting to know because it's quite inquisitive, just like I said. So Nigerians are asking, throwing questions here and there, why at this time, and why is he doing this? Yes, the cashless policy is a welcome development, but looking at the critical period, it's totally unacceptable. And this is why we have started engaging in massive mobilization to tell the people and tell the world that, look, this is the policy that is good, but the timing is very, very wrong. And there is a hidden agenda behind this whole thing, which is totally unacceptable.
If I may ask you, what do you think the hidden agenda is?
Well, it is simple. We just want Nigerians to feel betrayed and frustrated by the current administration in such a way that when we go to the polls, they will choose the opposition instead of the ruling party, and it's quite sad and disheartening coming from someone who has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the current administration. And I don't think this is also helping the president, because I think the president wouldn't want to leave a legacy where when people will look back at his administration and say that no, this is not what we voted for, or this is someone that anyways.
So in a nutshell, you're trying to say the Naira redesign is actually not to help the general public, but to frustrate just a particular party. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Well, it is frustrating the general Nigerians, and the Naira redesign is actually frustrating the general Nigerians. So what I'm trying to say is, yes. So this is coming indirectly from the ruling party, because this is the CBN governor who is appointed by the ruling party, and this is coming indirectly by the ruling party. Anyways, I'm glad Governor El-Rufai has stated clearly that this is not a policy of the APC, and this is not a policy directly by President Muhammadu Buhari, but this is heavily influenced by the CBN governor and some cabals in the Aso that are behind the hidden agenda.
Okay, we'll take a quick break now. When we return, the Polity continues.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, emphasized that the safety and welfare of the core members would be accorded priority considering their important roles in the successful conduct of the election.
The issue of security, we have been working over the years with the security agencies to provide security protection to the youth core members, both security during deployment, security during the election proper, and equally importantly, security of the NYSC camps, the fate of the youth corpers after election. That when we deploy them for election, the same arrangement should be made for the reverse logistics to bring them back in safety to where we deployed them initially.
Speaking earlier, the Director General of NYSC, Brigadier General Dogara Hamid, solicited improved welfare packages for the core members during the exercise.
I want to assure you
Well, in the same vein, the Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai stated that one local government area vote will cancel the vote of Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi in Anambra State. Well, a two-term governor of Anambra is counting on votes from his own state in election. Well, however, in an interview, El-Rufai dismissed the Labour Party's candidate's chances, saying he, Obi, would not win the presidential election. Well, I still have my guest with me, and before we went on the break, we're talking about how the CBN policy affects the APC's presidential candidate and his chances of winning. And over to you once again. You said before we went on the break that this is from the cabals. And then you mentioned that the CBN governor has been sitting for 10 years. Why is it just, I mean, lots of Nigerians have been asking questions. Why is it just the All Progressives Congress that is actually coming out and lamenting about this? I mean, it's affecting Nigerians in general, and most people are actually welcoming the new currency redesign, except from the fact that it's not circulating. But it seems like your party, they are more concerned about, it feels like there is more going on that we do not know about, or is there something we should know about?
Well, it's simple. They say the All Progressives Congress, so we are heavily concerned about the progressives and the progress of the nation. So whatever that affects the nation, the general welfare of the Nigerians, we have to raise our voice. So as a party, we need to show our concern. And this is coming from someone that is indirectly, we can actually say that he's somehow part of us since he's been appointed by this administration. So we have to raise our concerns and tell the people that, look, this is not coming from us, this is coming from this person, and they're having a hidden agenda which is gradually going to be exposed. And I'm very happy that the governor of Kaduna has paved the way for that. Anyways, there is a correction that I would like to make with regards to your previous statement. I think he did not say that the votes of a local government will cancel that the votes of Anambra, but rather he said that a local government is bigger than the entire state of Anambra. One local government is Kaduna by landmass. So I don't think it's
but of course, you realize that these people, I mean the Labour Party's presidential candidate and the governor of Kaduna State, they both have issues going on within themselves. I mean, a few months back, the Labour Party candidate came out to refute what Nasir El-Rufai said, saying Nasir El-Rufai was locked up in his room for a few days when he came to Anambra State, and then there was a lot of going back and forth between these two. So would you say this is actually why he's going back and forth now?
Well, I think we can actually tag the governor of Kaduna State as somebody who is fearless and he sees things the way they are. And this is why most people of the Labour Party, they're not actually politicians. They're just people that hide behind keyboards and tend to be keyboard warriors. So they don't know the actual reality on ground. But whatever Governor Nasir El-Rufai says is the absolute truth, and just like what he said previously yesterday, that by landmass one local government is bigger than the entire state of Anambra is actually true. And the claim he made with regards to him being locked up by OB, it was actually verified, it was true as well.
Okay, and now over to you. He just said the landmass is bigger than the whole Anambra state. So how do you think this is going to affect your candidates, your principal in the next election?
Okay, let me start with what my governor said. From Kaduna State.
Oh, okay, nice.
He spoke about the chances of OB's emergence and how impossible it is for him to win those 25% in all these northern states, and then also he cannot have all the votes from Anambra State too. So maybe he might end up having about 100,000 or so, and then a votes from Zaria alone is about 180 something thousand according to INEC result in 2019, I think. Then we have Igabi. We have these local governments that have massive number of votes that are verified, not online people. It's not an online poll, so it's something that has to do with the record, like I said, because we have it in 2019. Lots of states votes, especially from the southeast, were cancelled by local government results from the APC. So Obi doesn't have that chance, and if you see, he narrowed his campaigns to certain zones in each state, southern sides. Let me, like for instance, he went to be in Maiduguri, which is Christian dominated. He went to Sabangari in Kano, which is Igbo dominated. He went to, I think, Biliri in Gombe State. This is how he's trying to do. And then the point I was trying to make is to let him know that those numbers don't make up 25% of the people living in that zone, and then without having 25% in at least two-thirds of the nation, you cannot win. So basically, Obi is just, he said, he called him Nollywood actor. So he's just playing around with the emotions of the youths. He knows he's not going to win because he doesn't have that acceptance spread. So maybe he should try again some other time, but right now it's glaring. It's obvious that he doesn't have that.
So you seem so confident. I mean, you said it's glaring. Are you speaking on behalf of yourself and the people you know, or you're speaking on behalf of Nigerians at large? I'm
speaking on behalf of Nigerians and then the youths. That's my constituency, because in politics, your emotions don't matter. It's facts over sentiment. So you have to check. Like I said, if you're doing any poll, you have to check previous records and then see what has changed, and then how is it going like? So all these people are making their own polls, and what Obi is doing, he took what do you call Baba Ahmed as his running mate, someone that can know win his polling units or his ward. So I don't see how he's going to convince other people to well bring 25% for him in Kaduna State.
Okay, please, all that thought while we take this call.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for calling the Polity.
Good afternoon.
Yes, your name,
Good
please.
afternoon.
Your name, please. Where you're calling from?
My name is Mamu Yusuf Bomali.
Okay, sir.
I'm calling from Kaduna State.
Okay, thank you, sir. Please make your contribution in 60 seconds.
City. First and foremost, I would like to thank your guests,
Okay.
especially Mujinyawa. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. You can go ahead.
That she talk about the internal wranglings in the.
Okay, sir. You can go ahead. Okay, sorry, we lost that call. Please, can you continue?
Okay, so he cannot win based on religious sentiment and ethnicity. So he has to go back, strategize, and then within 20 days, I don't think it's possible. You can see even from his rally in Anambra, Bola Ahmed Tinubu pulled more crowd than someone that was 2 times governor.
But you know, there have been cases of people saying people buy people to come around right now to actually come campaign for them, and then we've had cases of people saying the same people that come for the Labour Party's campaign are the same people that come for the APC's campaign, and same as the PDP also. So what you have to say about that?
That's rubbish. That's rubbish. In politics, there is what we call mobilization.
Okay.
You have to be popular for you to get people to come to your events. If people don't like you, no matter what, no matter how much you pay them, they won't come.
Okay.
And it's not even possible for you to pay about 60,000 people just to come and watch you shout.
Okay. Now, I like the fact that you mentioned that you are from Kaduna State. Don't you think your governor should maybe take a detour from politics for now and actually focus on the insecurity in the state, rather than actually meddling and talking about the cabals and what is going on right now? Because I mean, he is the first citizen of the state, and with everything going on in the state right now, do you think he should actually focus more on that, or should solely involve himself in politics?
To be fair to Governor Nasir El-Rufai, in his interview yesterday, he made mention of he lost interest in national politics. He just concentrated on Kaduna State, and then he has done tremendously well. He made mention of local governments that were basically on the hands of all these bandits and what have you. But today, with the efforts of the military, the efforts and what have you, he has tried to tame this insurgency that has taken all over Africa, not only Kaduna State, not only Nigeria, but all over Africa, due to this banditry, porous borders and what have you. So he has done a lot, and we can only thank him and also encourage him, because he has to now come back to, he said it now, he has to now come back to national politics, because he left wherever it's happening in Abuja to concentrate in state. So right now, like Mohammed said, we're in transition period. He has already put everything in place, so now is to make sure as Bola Ahmed Tinubu succeeds President Muhammadu Buhari at the national level to better what APC has started, and then to also improve in the areas that will be failed, you know, and then to now give us the youths someone that has the youth as heart, someone that is better than all the candidates that have been presented so far by all the parties, someone that has the antecedents, the track record, which is Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then Aswadi's emergence as president will now give us as Northerners the acceptance, the confidence now for anyone to come and be our ally.
Okay. All right, please hold the thought while we take the call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling.
My name is Emmanuel.
Okay, sir. Please tell us where you're calling from. Okay, please make your contribution in 60 seconds.
The problem in APC is that they are seeing the handwriting on the wall that they may likely lose this election. And I want to be predict, I want to be specific. Elijah Bakaratiku will win this election by the grace of God. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Everybody has the right to their own opinion, so please make your contribution.
You said you said by the grace of God, all of us we are let's say spiritual. We all pray, so I say by grace of God, so everyone would say, but the right thing in the world, Atiku doesn't have, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar doesn't have the governors.
So you actually think winning the election requires the governors, not the people?
It's structure.
The structure.
Yes.
But if everybody has been saying, oh, you need structure, Obi doesn't have structure, Atiku does not have structure, and with what is going on now, you people are not fighting structure. Fight again in your party. You are fighting the cabals. So which is bigger, the structure or the cabals?
We're not actually fighting the cabals, are we?
Yes, you are, because your the Kaduna State governor has come out to say there are people that are in power that are against.
So is that fighting?
Okay,
if you say fighting, I think
so
it's a different thing.
all that thought while we take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Amamu Yusuf. I'm from Kaduna State.
Okay, please make your contribution in 60 seconds.
I would like to thank your guests. They are trying all their best, and I want to contribute in the issue of these ATC ramblings.
Okay, sir.
You know, each and every Nigerian like me, I understand that what is going on is a plan and it is sabotage for the chances of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other APC candidates. Because if we look at the back of what happened somewhere around 2019, closer to election, Mr. President and even Vice President and other top federal government officials, they are going around the country and sharing trader money. You understand? Are you with me?
Yeah, well, with you, but we can hear you, sir.
They are going around the country sharing trader money and other money activities within the APC. You understand?
Yeah, we understand, sir.
But what is the problem? Why President Muhammadu Buhari bring this kind of policy in this time? Why he didn't do it somewhere around 2019 before general election?
I think one of our guests would answer that. Thank you very much.
You understand why? No, excuse me, let me learn. And you know, before, I am not for Asiwaju before.
Okay.
But now I understand that Asiwaju is the only one that can take this country to the promised land. I am with him. I will vote for him. I will mobilize people to vote for him. Yes, and I am together with Malam Nasu El Rufai.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
And we are together with him. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Do have a great day. All right. Now over to you. One of our callers have given you a question to answer. So what's your take on that?
Okay, but why changing the money now?
The money now.
That's the concern Malam El Rufai too raised. Although my president has done it before, and when he was military head of state.
Okay.
The idea is to force these people that have start lots of money in their homes to come out and and then also go cashless. So, but it's the timing that is bad. The timing is bad, and then the time frame also. All currencies will now become.
You would agree with me that whether we actually have 1 year to deposit these currencies, you would agree with me that Nigerians would actually not still come out.
But in the case whereby the new currencies are scarce,
yeah.
So you cannot even risk saying even if you give them 1 year. Had it been this a lot, I told you okay. So some will go to the bank, want to withdraw money, and then they will tell them you have to withdraw just 5,000 or so,
okay. And
then maybe the cab he took from his home to the bank is about 1.5,
okay.
And 1.5 going back, that's 3,000, and then also the payment channels are very bad this period. I don't know why. That's why we say it's sabotage. I don't think it has ever been this bad generally. Because people have been complaining. It's a lot, is everywhere. even if you want to go and file for reversal, they will tell you to take how many working days or what have you. That's where the sabotage comes from. Why are they trying to frustrate all the channels at the same time?
All right, thank you very much for that. Now, in 2 minutes, can you tell us what you think your presidential candidate would do better of if peradventure he wins? Because a lot of persons have said he's not even coherent, he's incoherent with his words, and he's shaking. So what do you think about what people have to say about this?
Well, before that, I would actually love to tell Nigerians, first of all, that we apologize. This is coming from someone that is appointed as the CBN governor by the APC administration, but this is totally different from the APC. It's not the APC policy. We greatly apologize to Nigerians for that. That is one. And two, there's this hidden agenda. Now I'm going to tell Nigerians. Now this hidden agenda is that a northerner must succeed President Muhammadu Buhari. And they realize that we, the northerners, the young people and the masses, are not driven by ethnic and regional sentiments.
Do you have anything to back up this point?
Anyways, I'm just telling Nigerians.
Okay.
Anyway, time will reveal whatever I'm saying.
Okay.
Now they realize that we are not driven by ethnic sentiments. Now they are trying to frustrate Nigerians. So because Ashwaju was the main man, is the man to beat today and tomorrow. Now they are trying to frustrate Nigerians to look the other way.
Okay.
And there are two things that I'm very sure of. I'm very sure that if I die today, I'm going to heaven, and I'm sure that if we go to the polls, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will emerge victorious.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you very much for that, and thank you, Abubakar, and thank you, Mohammed, for joining me once again. We'll next time we'll have much time to actually talk and discuss more on these topics. Well, viewers, this is where we come to the end of the Polity for today and this week. And of course, I remain Mercy Babati. Do well to get your PVC. That is the only powerful thing you have right now for the 2023 elections. This is where we come to an end, and I would like to say a very big thank you to the cast and crew, to Mary, Daniel, Jessica, and everyone who has made the Polity a success this week. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.